Oh, I think everyone that played against Watford should be available, plus Ivan Toney and Ethan Pinnock.
Cool. And any COVID cases in the camp or around the club?
Yes. First and foremost, we think as a club that Premier League or every club should be much more open about how many cases we have. I think there should be something that if you have the cases, so there's a clear, how can you say, indication of, okay, we have this amount of staff and this amount of players infected this moment in time, and this amount of players from the 25-man squad. So it's very open, very transparent. So we know where we are. I think that's important. This moment in time, we have 9 positive in total between staff and players. And of course, I will not, because it's not clear for everyone. So I'll not say if it's 9 players or 9 staff members, but it's 9 in total. We have had more over the last 10 days, something like that. So in that perspective, that's where we are. The next thing, because I guess you'll have a question, so I'm prepared, of course, so I can just carry on. We think that we should postpone the full round of Premier League games this weekend coming up. The COVID cases are going through the roof in all the Premier League clubs. Everyone are dealing with it. Everyone have a problem this moment in time. To postpone this round and also the Carabao Cup round will give everyone a week at least I don't know exact the number, 4 or 5 days to clean and do everything in the training ground, so everything is fine. So you break the chain in every club. Also because in football you need to have close contact. Physios need to do their job with players in treatment. We are in a dressing room on a match day. We're traveling by coaches. All that. So it's a little bit more difficult to work from home. We respect fully that we want to play. We want to play. We want to carry on. I think it's important that the football is keep going. But this way, we can have the Boxing Day going, no problems. 100% sure of that. So in that aspect, we think that will be very sensible to do that.
I know you said that's what you want to do, but have you actually spoken to the Premier League, other managers with these thoughts?
Yeah. As you know, I'm the manager or the head coach. So our sports director Phil Giles and our CEO John Varney have been in, if not hourly contact, but very often contact with Premier League over the last couple of days.
Should footballers be made to get a full vaccination?
That is a free choice. We're living in a free world. I will definitely recommend it. We have done everything we can in our club. We have a lot of players double vaccinated. We arranged to get the booster in the training ground yesterday. Yeah. So we are doing everything we can to make us as safe as possible. My biggest recommendation would be that they should be vaccinated, definitely.
There's a report in one of the papers today saying that the Premier League will crash unless players are fully vaccinated. It uses a figure that 68% of Premier League players are double jabbed. Do you agree with that, potentially, given everything you've just said?
That they will crash if they are not double vaccinated?
The Premier League fixtures will just stop. It will just grind to a halt because there's just too much around.
I think no doubt that this Omicron variant is running through like a wildfire through the world, and it's spreading much quicker. So I think we need to do what we can to protect and avoid it. And now, obviously, it is everywhere. And I think in the clubs where it's in, I think we can do a lot by closing down training ground for whatever 3, 4, 5 days, what's needed, and then we can go again. If they're not double vaccinated, of course, it doesn't help. If it's enough to cancel more rounds, I don't know. But I think 1 or 2 games here will help it out.
What percentage of your squad are double jabbed?
I think it's high. It's very high. I think it's around 90 plus.
Okay. Just a few more questions for me, if that's okay. With everything you've just said, would you be in favour of Afcon from January onwards potentially being moved, postponed?
Thank you for that question, Chris.
That's all right.
I think, again, like with everything, if it was the Euros or the World Cup or now the African Cup of Nations, as long as all the safety measures or all the COVID protocols this moment in time are in place, no problem. But of course, it can be an issue if some of the countries are red list countries and are red list countries in almost every country. Then there is an issue that need to be taken a decision to solve one way or another.
On the pitch, as if this game will go ahead, how's the squad feeling after that late Watford win and ahead of Southampton?
Good, of course. I think it was a massive boost in any way. We have had quite a few injuries and quite a few COVID cases for that match. On top of that, we play against a team they're going 1-0 up, difficult team, and we're playing with players in the lineup that haven't played that many games, like Mads Rorslev. He never played a full season, so all credit to him. Never played a full season in his entire senior career. Shandon Baptiste, the same, been very unlucky with injuries. Charlie, coming from League 2, struggled with a lot of things, and I need to praise him a lot. Vitaly Janel out of position, going 1-0 down, and the mentality and determination the players are showing is crazy.
And in terms of the challenge that Southampton may face, averaging a point a game this season, what do you make of the challenge of them and the job that Ralph is doing there?
I think they are a team that are very well coached. I think they're very clear in the style of play. I think Ralph have done a very good job in giving them a clear identity over the last 3 years. I think that's been very very impressive in many ways. I like their aggressivity and their pressure. They're going forward very quickly, and they are a team that are very difficult to face. Definitely.
That's all from me. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Chris left, so I don't know who's next in line.
It's me. Morning, Thomas.
Yeah, morning.
How are you doing? I'll stick to the football. You said Ivan Toney was due back for Manchester United, is available as well against Southampton. Has he trained well this week?
Yeah. You want anything?
Yeah, Phil just saying 4 more cases overnight.
Okay. 4 more cases overnight, yeah. So we are on.
You have 13.
I can do my math now. 9 plus 4 is 13, yeah.
13 cases, okay.
Yeah.
Do you need to ask the question again, Chris, for your to change it?
I'm okay to add that on. I just want to. Do you know? I know you can't specify totally, but is that 4 more players, or are you just saying staff?
Honestly, Phil Giles called me during 2 minutes ago. I could see that. Then he called Chris. So I like very much to specify that when we agree across the Premier League, if it's players and staff, because we don't have to, how can you say, give us a disadvantage. I like to be very open and transparent, as we always are as a club, but there need to be a line for all clubs.
Okay. No